Welcome back to our podcast, CRM, Chris Rankunem Caesar podcast. Uh, Please don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. Today we have our councillor here, Councilor Piri, Councilor Fidel Piri from Ward 105, Tshwane region. We are grateful. We are grateful, Councillor, to have you here. And thank you for accepting our invitation. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Thank you for the invite. It was an honor to finally come to the show.
Thank you. This actually shows that you are the people's councillor. At a short notice, we actually gave you a week. We invited you. Within a week, you are here.
I've been watching the show. I've been seeing the work that we've been doing.
Oh, thank you so much.
So much and we're seen by the community at large.
Thank you so much. Being recognized by you, councillor, it's a very important thing.
You are also a former councillor. You're my leader.
Sure.
I'll take note from you.
No, I'm really grateful, councillor. Councillor, we are going to have a few questions for you today, so that your constituency, which is the community of Zitoveni and Bronkhorstspruit at large, can benefit from the questions that we are going to ask. And you are a young councillor. He's from the Youth League, and I think the Youth League is very happy to have you. And I think that you can relate to youth issues that the youth would want a leader that will understand when raised. I can tell that you are in touch with the youth. I know the youth regard you as a leader, and that is why I thought you are relevant to address these issues that affect the community, but also the youth.
Yes, no, you're correct. I'm from the youth structures of the ANC. I've always participated in the youth activities around Bronkhorstspruit.
Yes,
I've always been engaged with the youth.
which is a good thing.
Yes, because politics are not only for the old.
Absolutely.
Even young people
Yes,
are much involved in the politics of this country.
absolutely.
And they were just not showing up and not elected into responsibilities.
Yes,
So it's only now that we get to pitch as young people to be elected in positions of responsibilities.
absolutely.
And I think what happened us.
In fact, it has been funny because when you talk about campaigning and voting, it's young people that vote. It's young people that do the work. But when it comes to positions of responsibility, you are left outside those positions. So my question has always been, until abantu abasha ba right makusetshenzwe masekudliwa babekelwe move. So I was happy actually when you were elected.
No, thanks. I think it's not about Pugli or Warner. It was a matter of irresponsibility. The house, you are the one who must be at the forefront of busy. Because making it is young people will always support the old because they were told that the old are the ones with knowledge of leading and so on. So I think this generation, I think even if you look at parliament, which is good, which is a good thing because a young mind is a quick mind, we're able to take decisions. Sadly, yes, our decisions are not based on Isinkwa or whatever, are based on the future because we'll be there in the future as young people.
Absolutely. No, I'm very happy. I'm very happy to see a youthful parliament and also youthful council. It is a good move.
Yeah.
Now, councillor, coming back to your work, Lapayana Etwane, as a councillor, besides being a ward councillor, what other position or portfolio are you holding?
All right. In council, I sit in two committees.
Okay.
The committee utility, which is responsible for bulk supply, electricity, and amanzi and sewer.
Okay.
Yes, I also sit in the environmental committee.
Okay.
MMC wakhona obakanda amabodu, MMC we utilities, MMC councillor front for share.
Oh, councillor Michelle.
I know in those two committees.
Yes.
A member of those two committees.
Oh. I think you're sitting in strategic committees.
Yes, they're very strategic.
They're very strategic. Given the fact that we have a water challenge in Region 7, because I've been monitoring the trend, just to be practical, this month of May, I think if I was to be precise, you people had water as Esprovenio for 1 or 2 days, because the first 2 weeks was for maintenance or repairs, where panels were replaced. I've seen that memorandum. Then I think water came back for a day or two. And there was another challenge. But it appears this water crisis, it is a trend in Bronkhorstspruit. We never had a situation like this. Now, you being a Bronkhorstspruit resident, who can tell the difference between before we went to Tshwane and before when we were still Kungwini? You'd know the trend, you'd know the history. What do you think is actually the problem? And if we want to get back to the good days of good water supply during the days of Kungwini, just to cite a practical example, what is it that Tshwane must do? How can you advise Tshwane? What challenges have you identified?
Look, it has been a trend, I think, for the past 6 or 5 years.
Yes.
Since we are in Tshwane for the past 8 or 10 years. For the past 5 years, we've had this crisis, absolutely. Now, what we found out is that one, there have been budget cuts. In terms of maintenance and CVCs and whatever that's needed at the plant, has been a major budget cut.
Yes.
Because in the days of Kungwini, water used to take care of the plant.
Absolutely. You're correct.
When we look how much they were spending, vis-a-vis what we are spending now,
yes,
there's a huge gap. Water used to spend around 16 million to maintain the plant. But as years went by, there have been budget cuts. Now, more recently, only 2 million was budgeted for maintenance.
I thought 2 million repair.
Yes. That's the 14 million rand repair.
And Uma City rainwater used to. Sikulma ngeminyaka back izinto even cheaper.
Yeah.
So basically, if you were to compare, you'd find that manje kumele ube sesisi budget maybe 40 million.
Yes.
Now thina spend 2 million. I'm a top.
Now, that's the recipe for disaster.
Yes, absolutely.
One, rainwater used to have the maintenance staff constant by 24/7 at the plant. They would pick up if there's something happening or if there's a click in any of the plants of machines. But right now, we only have 3 staff at the plant. We only have one mechanical fitter,
yes,
and a plant manager, one person who does the testing.
Yes.
So those people do all the work that needs to be done at the plant.
Oh my God.
So if Umchini Puga,
yes,
and they are not on site, nobody will pick it up. Nobody will progress without them. They'll pick up maybe tomorrow. Now, then there is always like it. So we're also short of staff.
Yes.
At the plant, which will need to complete to hire more people. So their plant at least must have around 11 people in the day. But right now we have 2, 3 during the day by Chenchana on the plant.
And that is not feasible. It's not working.
It's not working. Oh, that's how we're having this crisis. Although initially, when you explain to people, you cannot go into detail.
Absolutely.
You just say, we're replacing. But if we look deeply, what causes these problems?
Yes.
You check asina manpower, the budget cuts, na il plan hectare. So you need more money, you need more manpower. So to make a plan, but it's a living thing. See water treatment plan. Yes, 24/7. So it needs people be looking at it 24/7. So but in a plan. That's why we're having this constant breakdown plant in Asia months. But that leadership now has seen what is the problem.
Yes.
There's got the budget in July, the budget of the new administration, which will seek to correct more puta record.
So, young two salento mbugele kai young two. So from 16 million, every budget was years back. Manje budget like 2 million. Really, you can't take off planting at 2 million. And nabantu abasebenza lapha istaff sehlile. Iplant iyapuka iyodwa. Iyobona excel. Hayi baba. Now, the other issue ngayo indaba yeplan. Ucabanga ukuthi ukuze isolveke councilor kumele kukhushulwe istaff.
That's number 1.
Number 2, kukhushulwe ibudget.
Yes.
Now, there's another issue mina ke engicabanga ukuthi from emuva mangi councilor me. You know, amabhunu different from us. Mabazowakha indawo. Let's say isitobeni endala. Before kuzoba ne extension to nabomarikana, abo-extension 10 and the like, isithobeni endala beyisebenzisa i-sewer plant engaphansi kwesipora. Beyingani i-sewer plant yakhona. But kwathi makuzoba ne-extension 2, kwa-redirectwa i-sewer. Azange isaya kule sewer plant encane because bathi capacity incane. Ekusesemabhono leso sikhathi. Base bayi-redirecta bayimikisa eplazini ngalemva kwaka-Goodrich. Now, ngizama ukuthi ngathi loya masipala wakudala bone-planning, bo-plana better than us manje. Ngoba bowuthi makuzongena indawo entsha or indawo ikhula, baje balungiselela nokuthi lana kuzodingeka ukuthi i-sewer plant ikhuliswe, kuzodingeka ukuthi la kuqeqa khona igezi kukhuliswe, kuzodingeka ukuthi i-water supply ikhuliswe. You know, there was that proper planning for development. They would not only extend the number of households, but they would also increase the capability of the power plant, for instance, the sewer plant, the water plant, so as to accommodate the new number of households. But I haven't seen that happening for a number of years, which then tells you that this sewer plant was designed to take care of a smaller number of households. And now it is compelled to now take care of a Zikobeni that has tripled. I think Zikobeni, it's 10 times bigger than what it was. And the same water treatment plant must take care of that area, which means water, when drawn from the river, road, is not given enough time to subside in whatever compartment of the water treatment plant before it can be fed to our people. And that is why the water quality as well has been an issue. I think so from the other side. So I'm saying, what are the plans besides Isitobeni that has grown 10 times? Remember the same treatment plant. I think it's supplier Tabiseng, is supplying Nkangala, which has also grown because unaboma ai unebubezini una this area emva kwemasi entsha. Now Nkangala has grown now. Now this same small water treatment plant must supply those areas. And I also know when I was still in council, there was an agreement we will also supply part of Kwandebele. We are still supplying. Yeah. Now, this small water treatment plant is supply those areas. What are the plans in place to maybe expand the size of this water treatment plant, given the fact that we need to service all these areas which are developing at a rapid speed? Do we have such plans in place, Councillor?
There's plans to refurbish the water treatment plant.
Okay.
Not expand it, because the license to withdraw water from the river, rainwater, it has a capacity, it's been kept. So with a growing population,
yes,
they can increase it. Oh
yes.
So there's other plans of bringing water from this place.
Or Ritflay.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's plans to bring water from this place. As to Benizo supply it's very high. You also supply the new establishment that we're going to do River Walk. We shall imagine, but in the next coming months,
yes,
that's
beautiful.
Yeah. Now, the water treatment plant, as we see,
yes,
as you speak now, the capacity let mainly throwing our months.
Yes,
it's only throwing half.
Oh,
because of Chini Pugili, they're no longer waking up that capacity.
Oh, yes.
That's why in the storage, you don't have a 24-hour storage.
Okay.
That's why immediately there's a damage of a pipe.
Yes.
Is in our Sanaman.
Yes.
Because them chinela pamingani.
Okay.
So we must increase the capacity so that we can at least have 24 hours storage. As mama cookie pipe.
Yes.
For the next coming 24 hours, abantanga solamans.
Yes.
Yeah, currently behela. Amanzi, we draw them from the river, we clean them, again a reservoir ayapuma immediately ayamantwin. Because the have much power, yes. Demand is high. Yes. And nalim chin eberaka lapa like at a raw plant to only throwing with pool and they're working 24/7. And manje Michael immediately so proangewa. The treatment plant only 2 are working currently.
Yes,
immediately one team.
Yes.
Uzanaza one must do 2 aksana anything. So
in
in a normal state you must work with 3 pumps at the road plant.
Okay.
Work with 3 lapako treatment plant.
Yes.
Then ube na 2 you must stand by. But in case A1 ya poor, we immediately activate another one. But manje noma way 3, A1 ya 3,
Yes.
Selena 2. Will take 3 days, 4 days to repair the other one.
Yes.
So that's why there's shortage in terms of storage. But in future developments, there's plans to draw water from Briefly or Walete, because the capacity is naila. Because currently, the current capacity, if better wood,
Yes.
we can only supply this new township, extension 9 and extension 8.
Okay.
This community height is not part of the plans, Lale shipment plan. So those are the challenges. But the plans to draw water from Briefly on course.
Okay.
Because the city wanted to borrow money from development bank so that they can make a little pipe figure a promo. So most developments promos means a issue yamas. Or where are we going to get
What to supply
this?
the new development?
Yes. But the challenge is that the population is growing as to be. So unlike before, that now Montoya call of sugar Zimbabwe and then a blower.
Yes.
Without to pose or anything, without to question anything, I can't like before. Before, if you had to travel into Gauteng or Transvaal,
There's no regular cars.
yeah, Majas Kunuksu, wherever we come from, see 100, then come and erect shacks,
Yes.
and increase. So planning, because some of those people are not documented.
Yes.
What is Nabantawanga? We're not the non-expansion age.
Uplanela abantu abayi 100 or 80. Sibai 500.
500. Amaruma all over. People are renting. So those are the challenge that the movement of people is no longer regulated in the country.
Yes.
That's why you'll have mushrooming townships. This 5 years, in the next coming 5 years, the township is 10 times bigger.
Absolutely.
Because there's opportunity.
Especially in Gauteng.
Yeah. So there's that challenge. That's why planning it becomes difficult. Nati, we're head by late transition of going Putwa and Kungwini. Because I don't think a lot of information was shared between Pan and Kungwini. But I had to start from one and start planning for you to win. So we thought that transition ibe gosh.
Proper handover.
So this is what we're planning as in Kongweni. This is what's happening. So that when it comes in, no, Bahamba in your tellers you go and they just don't take off. Things was that challenge. But there's plans to assist in our is with water from other areas.
So you're saying the pipe Evela Eritley, those are future plans.
Yes, those are future plans.
Now,
Future immediate plans.
future immediate plans. I like that.
Yeah.
I like the future immediate plans. Now tell me, Councillor, Ushuguti, since we in Broncos Break are in short of water, particularly Region 7, is it a wise move that we continue supplying Uganda Valley? Because, you know, I have a question. I was a councillor 25 years ago, and there's always been plans from Pumabalanga government to draw water from that dam after Tenelton, Loskop Dam. But that project never gets to see the light of day. I mean, for the past 25 years, that plan has been in the pipeline. And the reason for that, apparently, the reason that I had was that officials in the provincial government did not want to approve that project unless they knew who was going to win the project, because it is a very big project. So it talks to corruption. Our people cannot get water because we must make sure that when we approve this project, it is our person on the other side who will receive the project. But that has a bearing on our people here in Region 7. Kwandebele has Loskop Dam that can supply the whole of Kwandebele with water without bothering Broncos Bay. But because some officials in Mpumalanga do not want to approve that project, our people in Broncos Bay are suffering because we have to share our water with Kwandebele. What is your view on that?
No, look, for one, I think that project, they've sanctioned it.
Okay.
Yeah, they've started it, that project.
So that
Drawing water from the
ultimately they have, yeah.
they've agreed. I think they're somewhere around Berina now with the pipe.
Oh, that's wonderful. Okay.
Yes, they've started.
Okay.
But because of the agreements of the past between Kungwini and Kwandebele government of supplying, I think we're binded by that agreement.
Okay.
Because most recently, when we stopped and we were cutting water for them,
Oh, you did cut water over. Yeah, Mato.
they took us to court.
Oh, but very frustrated, nothing. abantu bethu abanamanzi, la manzi ayadlula. Also it should try.
Yeah.
Uyabona ukuba ne-youth league ku-council. Shuthi uvele wangena lapho amanzi ayama la. Amanzi aqala ngabantu babo. Bathi God.
Yeah, the God. Because it's a silent fight, we did not want to publicize it.
Oh, okay.
Again, abantu bakwaNdebele are also our people.
Yes, that's our people.
It's just unfortunate that the government was slow in sanctioning that low scope name project. It's currently underway, and because of court agreement, we will keep on supplying them up until that project gets completed.
Okay.
But it's affecting us also because we're losing a lot of water supplying to the neighboring.
Then asinawo amanzi.
Nathi.
So amanzi ayafika ayandlula.
Yes.
But njengoba usho, I mean gogo kwethu le kaNdebele, ubaba musala kaNdebele, so uma nigala amanzi lapha nifanele umsiza la.
Yeah, that project is underway. I think it will be done a couple of years. Then KwaNdebele will finally have amanzi.
That's wonderful.
We'll see from there because na iyakula KwaNdebele.
Yeah.
You'll never know what is going to happen.
Amanzi la zoba khona na bakhona na.
But we have that agreement here where the city of South to supply the people. Government to government. Yeah, I don't see us really move again. Still, that ourselves will need to discuss because it's affecting us. Yes. But thing again, ngoba sumelene nabo. Kumele silungise yethu imchini seke siba supply ama.
So kahle councilor uthi if amapompo ethu ayi-3 lawa wokudonsa amanzi emfuleni ewangalunga abe right or amasha, something like that. Mhlawumbe uNkulunkulu ehle ezulwini azosidonate amasha. Then kube na 2 spare. Then mhlawumbe uthola ukuthi asisupply na KwaNdebele. La bengeke sibe nenkinga yamanzi.
Ngeke sibe nenkinga ePort. When we have a team on site full time 27 because in South Africa it's not that we are not drawing in our port. Yes. Because in Chile poor and it affects a pressure you throw amanzi nokusupply.
And iyodwa akunamuntu.
But once we have that system in place, believe me, don't think so on a challenge about. That's why budget lay and July. Here this, I think the budget around 20 million.
Okay.
Will change.
Oh, from 2 million. Budget 20 million.
20 million.
Kaya kutuba ile kuti bazofaka 20 million.
No. If you check H1,
yes,
it's only us, I think 3 other regions that have this shipment plant under H1.
Okay.
Also Shanguve and other areas that are supplied by Renault.
So who has cut this contract? Yeah, Region 7 ne Renault. Angisho uthi before with CVC Renault la.
Yes.
Ubani who stop leyo contract?
Unfortunately, I don't know. I'm sure when governments come in, people change. Probably someone saw, there's no need for Renault as the city of Tshwane can be able to finance it. I think
I'll show you 2 million.
Yes. No. The 2 million is also.
Yeah.
In the terms of Pusput, after that transaction,
okay,
the budget was still the same. We were budgeting more.
Okay.
But when we changed the government,
yes,
and then we figure laba,
abanye laba,
and they started cutting costs. Any promo split or treatment plant was one of those affected by the cost-cutting measures. It's not the ANC government of them that cut the budget.
Okay.
There's this one who came in 2016 and they started sizing down the budget. Up until now, recently, it's the coalition government, the Action SA and the ANC, sounds like the budget is over July. But I need to see it change. My budget is 2 million, 20 million. Is okay. Those who really know what they're doing,
yes,
that's how much they budgeted to give back.
Councillor, I want to give you a chance to talk about your achievements as a councillor in Ward 105 and the challenges that you have. Then I will come there after with questions.
No, thank you.
Yes.
Look, mass campaign, we all have 5 or 6 targets that we're targeting.
Yes.
One of the pending issues before I came in by election, but the Bronco spread was the most violent, volatile area.
Okay.
If we're going to have a project, we knew that there was going to be a crisis. We wanted to Puma. Now I had to come in so that because sometimes I want to buy because they lack knowledge.
Yes.
Information I figure.
Yes.
So we managed to create a platform where we are able to share information. Who is our patient so that people don't fight over my project. Everybody over information. That's why you can look around us, especially 105 construction all over. As I've seen it, and there's no people fighting because information we share it in time whoever has interest is free to go. Akusana kutuselwana from a project. So one was that we must bring stability from Spade. Yes, was when it's stable, we were able to bring in DESA.
Yes.
Two, we had to resume our project is to be.
Okay.
Because there was a sewer plant mission of 2016. It's sewer took extension 8 and 9. The project started last year. Because we complete and then hold over the area.
Okay.
One of the reasons because they had to complete it is for us to work school station 9. The schools that want to build there. So they cannot be built up until we hand over that area. It's done. We hand it over to the city. Because right now it's still under construction.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, but busy with it, secret.
Yes.
It's so cool me because this work is big. Iphelele long ilang ngale. Yemba kweberi.
Yes. Yes.
It's so cool we've started now. We're going to build RTP houses, which were stopped, I think 3 years back.
Okay.
Because the previous contractor about the young capacity. Because there's a new contractor on site. We're going to build RTPs more than we can it's so cool.
Yes.
But overall, we managed to go to square amatubo miracle like picture because that was one of the pending issues just now.
Yeah.
So you will need this capital project. We need more investment in that. That's what we've been doing, and that's what I've been operating. In terms of restructuring Longo Spirit. You see, it's to high. I'm sure more Gunalapa. We are one of the new township.
Yes.
It's because that old township informal segment in my ass were trying to weep back out.
Yeah.
And started abanye excessive take them to is to height.
Okay.
So that umntwana khona uphola chance okuhlala endaweni right.
Right. That was work.
I haven't because was a kid. That has been our priority.
I've seen that it happening here.
Yeah, because if you focus on other nitty-gritties and not focus on the structural challenges, then now.
Yes. Very important. Yes.
But the structural challenges, creating job opportunities,
Yes.
those can be life-changing for everyone in the world.
Absolutely.
So that has been our primary focus.
Yeah.
By the way, I'm only 2 years from the start of the by-election.
And already I can tell that those movements are there.
Yes.
Yeah, I can attest to that.
Because we don't want any challenges in terms of the employee structural. That's why I'm a project when they come. I always say this thing. I'm gonna project this of me as well.
Yeah.
Because this is investment and Abatla was a long been limited in terms of opportunities.
Yes.
We need to allow these things to happen.
Absolutely. Yes. Absolutely.
As leadership, that's our focus to get these things going.
Yes.
Others are focused on other things, but that's our focus as scale with the students.
And you want to make that mark. La ngafika kuhlangahlange ngahlalisa abantu
Yebo.
And what are the challenges? Yini into ubona ngathi living feasible kuyenza mara ngathi izongithula le yenzeka mara yenzeki ngendlela engifuna ngayo.
Look, challenges are there every day.
Yeah.
But some challenges is not ukwenza kwezinto. You see umuntu obereka kwi-one, you work with other people. Sena umuntu ilije. Stand one umuntu i-problem in whatever situation you are.
Absolutely.
We all have dreams.
Yeah.
But to implement them, you need people.
Absolutely.
And the biggest challenge has always been people around me, people in the administration.
Yes.
They might not share the same vision as you are. They might undermine what you see. You know?
Yes.
As you delete it. Take leaves when things need to be implemented. Bring excuses when things need to be implemented. So the human part of it, I think that's my biggest challenge. Because if you had a team that sees what you see and are able to implement,
yes,
actually. I don't think the issue amounts because somebody would have been there and advised, and somebody would have taken advice would know. If you we need the third one. Yes. Somebody must take that advice. Also, the challenge that we have is human, especially from our side in the government, because you get elected, but you are not told that there's certain things you need to go umsiza lapho office umsiza must approve.
Oh, yeah. Noma watu basese hotel. Sisa noma cases lapha
anatata 6 weeks when you funa nje. But the one baketi. Those are challenges in government. Because we have bureaucrats there in offices who delay some of these things which politicians have. The sense that we have, one is that we have, that they must be implemented by OCs, but OCs is not willing.
Councilor. No, now it brings us to the point in kuthi sikhulume ngayo engani nje for a minute nationally. So do you think, Councillor, yourself as being a councillor and a member of the ANC, do you think there's a need to amend some of these laws? Because, sometimes we feel like some of the laws, when we drafted them, we were still excited with taking over the country. So we lacked experience. Experience like the same laws that we drafted to protect workers, for instance, our employees as government. Those laws will work against us. Like you have just raised something very important. To say, as a councillor, you give a directive to an official who must implement, because you cannot implement yourself.
Yes.
Now, this employee, because he has a salary, there's no sense of agency, he does not know the people that you are talking about who do not have water, he lives somewhere where there is water. Now, for him, there's no need to implement this immediately. Don't you think we should amend the laws? Don't you think our employees are too protected by the labor laws of this country?
No, we really need to, especially in government. Yeah, because if you see, people always see government as lazy and whatever it is. I think I was speaking to some of our colleagues. I said, some of this senior position, you need to be elected like we do. Also, it's a 10 term as we do as politicians. We serve 5 years. I think from group pay to director level, they pass 5 years. So that must pull manaba pull. I think that's why we'll see changes in things happening. We need to change those laws because now our workers are too protected.
Yes.
Especially in government. Not because they want to assist people.
No, they want to sleep under the tree.
Yes, they want to retire there. That's because they're protected. They get all the benefits. But if we change these labor laws, I think they will work in our favor. Because people will realize you can elect a politician every 5 years.
Yes.
But there's little change that's happening. And the one job of only change.
You see now. So the councillor agrees with me that there's a need to change laws. Now, councillor, there's another question that I want to ask you, man. This question worries me. In the same municipality, when you go to an office where you find a black brother, a black sister, you won't get help from that office. One day I was called by the municipal office that there's a challenge with my bill. And I tried explaining, and the guy said, no, come through to Pretoria. I had to drive from Bronco Pretoria. And the guy told me what his name was. So when I get to Pretoria, I must look for that specific name. But when I got to the office, the guy was sitting there having a nice chat with some ladies in his office. I got there and I said, hey, my name is Chris. I'm looking for so and so. And they looked at each other and they said, no, he just walked out now. This guy said, I'll find him here. They said, no, he left. I tried calling him, his phone was off. Okay, sharp. Somebody comes in, somebody walks in, a fellow colleague, and he was like, yes, one. And he said, man, so. And the guy happened to be the same guy that I had to see. And I said, hey, Mara, Namus, it's you. So why are you saying you are not here when you called me from Bronco Spring? So I'm saying, you go to an office where there's a white official. That white official will help you. If he doesn't know what to do, that white official will refer you to the right office. How are we going to solve this problem? Because it exists everywhere. You go to Home Affairs. If you find a white official, you'll get help. If you find a black official, they'll be like, you be access. The system is off. Or, I don't know. How are we going to address this? Because you have raised an important thing, Abuti. The human error, the human element is affecting us to be able to take the services to our people. So isolve njani. Why kanti abantu abamnyama abasema office bangabi nalentshisakalo yokufuna ukusiza abantu? Then you have abelungu engathi ba ethical. Sikuphi ngesikolo sokufundisa abamhlophe kuphela ama ethics laba bakithi kanti abafundiswa bona. Yi deployment na sifaka noma ubani kwenzakalani council?
No, I think we need to start from grassroots level.
Yeah,
boss. I think
yes.
They don't know what they are in government. When you owe to government, you are there to serve the people.
Absolutely.
Whether you are an admin or you are a security, because you are part of government, you are there to serve people. As I want to
bafuna umbereko.
They're not there to serve.
Councillor Wailamuri.
Yeah, but if they were there to serve, you understand that my job is to assist Nababantam as a good government idea.
Yes.
And that's how we lost it. The ANC did not teach people to be patriotic. As you see, to be patriotic in your government is not the government that mainly turn.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's you there by the office who must make sure that this government get turn. Once with that thing correct, it will change the mindset. But right now, there's nothing that you can do. Because abantu bakhululeki bafuna umbereko. Bakhulile umbereko, bafuna isalary. Bangenela isalary ke.
Bakagogo.
Aba-understand ukuthi they are there to serve the people. They think only politicians must serve the people.
Yes.
Sathi na person administrator lapho ubhala tata manothi, you are there.
Yes.
So the purpose ukuthi abantu bethu must get help from the government. Absolutely. Because there's no two governments, there's only one government.
Yes. Yeah.
You can change political parties, but the government, the state remains one.
It remains one.
So people must understand that from university, from high school, whoever to work for the government, they must know we're going to serve the people.
Now, how did the previous regime, the apartheid, get it right? Ukuthi lesa sikhathi umuntu bekasebenza ku-government bekatase because ukuthi utshana bukhadwa you go to Pretoria kunedoti ngapha ama-street light aqinile hayi ukuthi lezo zinto azikho ukhona umuntu oqhashiwe ukuthi enze lezo zinto ulele somewhere ngaphansi kwesihlahla. Now that person awukwazi ukumgijimisa uthi evuka wenza umsebenzi wakho because the same person uyi-chairperson ye-branch kumele ayovotela i-council and ne-official liyamsaba liyamazi ukuthi lo uyi-chairperson ye-branch mara uqhashiwe ukuthi athanyele akhathe utshani or alungise iglobe mara akakwenzi lokho ngoba uyi-chairperson. Is that also affecting us? Uyibona njani le nto ukuthi abo-chairperson ye-branch baphethe ama-position kamasipala esisikhathi ungene toti nentombi yakhe abathintwa labo balova ngendlela abafuna ngakhona.
I think the thinking behind political deployment was thinking that people are patriotic.
Yes. I get you.
As each person in a branch or as a member of certain political organization, we're thinking most deploy in government will be able to protect and advance the agenda of your political party. Because you are a member of it. If the ANC says it wants increase, so a member of the ANC, I have to win number one, who must make sure that there's a team.
And unfortunately, the opposition is hindering.
The organization. It was a thinking behind it.
So they used the ANC to get employment, yes. But when they get there, they don't do what they were deployed to do, which is render the service to the people.
Which in turn affects the ANC. Then they get surprised when you lose election.
Yes, yeah.
Because they must be there to defend the ANC. The ANC is there to serve people. And as members and as leaders of the ANC, that's what we must do everywhere we are.
And there's nothing we can do, man.
Unfortunately, like now, that's one when we look at the labor stats.
Yes.
Like a plan, I think we are 600 short.
Okay.
In terms of workforce.
Yes.
People have been retiring, people have been resigning.
Oh.
And those staff complements have not been replaced.
Oh.
I think as years go in, we need to shape up to see this is the direction we're taking. These are the kind of people we want in the state.
Yes.
So that we can be able to set up.
And a sense that these laws must bite. Because we have laws, you find it directly frustrated. Lapinga ukonuk disciplina, an ALC chairperson who is his subordinate. We need laws that can bite. Because this thing I'm your boss, I must give you instruction. But must be a location. You are the chairperson of my branch. If I punish you there, you are going to punish me there. You are a mayor. But you need my support at the branch level. You are not going to discipline me. I think we need to deal with that.
No, that's correct. That's correct. Because at a point at Sitofan, there was a policy saying those who hold political offices,
yes,
should relinquish those political offices. That's the seat. So you can't be a chair this side and go away in the seat. Yes, you can be a member, but you can't be in leadership position. Or that policy, I think they were busy discussing it, even from national. Yes, to say we can't have a director or whoever in the department, but serving as leadership outside. You need to relinquish one.
Okay.
You either be in the ANC or you go to your way.
You become an official.
So you can't have. It was that policy. I think they're in the process of implementing it.
Yes.
So that's what I'm saying. In the future, we'll have a picture to say this is a way. If you are working for the government, you can't the political party.
So basically, we are actually saying there are flaws with our deployment policy.
Yes.
And we need to correct those flaws. I'm happy that you are taking responsibility, Councillor.
So we need to, because if you don't learn from mistakes, you'll keep on doing them.
Yes.
You'll keep on having a civic delivery that's deteriorating because you are on the same path you started on. So we are seeing challenges that people not be put in government. Some of them are not patriotic. Some of them don't even have the ANC, but they use the ticket of the ANC to be there. That's why they are unable to protect it and defend it by doing what's right in government.
Councillor, you have answered my questions. Thank you very much. I think you are an intelligent councillor, like I said, and I like the energy in you. And I think you've been honest. You've been honest. I'm happy that these are challenges that people have, and these are questions that people have. And they were worried that who's going to answer us. But one of the important things that I like about what you said is that you take responsibility. Because I've been saying, Mina, it will be difficult for us to celebrate some of the achievements that the NC is doing now. Because we know that you call this an achievement, but this is a problem that you have caused. You understand? So what is there to celebrate when you have made a mistake? We need people who correct their own mistakes. No, thank you very much, Councillor. And thank you for coming.
No, thank you very much, Pastor.
No, thank
hope to come back next. I think the 30 minutes was very short. As we can have a lengthy part two so that we can discuss better of what's happening in Bronx, waiting on 105 and the challenges that are there.
Absolutely. You're welcome. Anytime you also want to come back here, you can come.
All right.
You are welcome. You just contact us and you come back.
No, thank you.
Thank you very much, Councillor.
Yeah.
Thank you, Lape Makaya. Siyabonga ukuthi nisibukele. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Councillor Piri, Councillor Fitnel Piri, was a Ward 105 Tshwane municipality. Siyabonga.
Oh.